Dear EA Sports, we are done. Your Madden NFL franchise community is tired of being neglected. We are tired of seeing other game modes continue to have new features added while years pass before we receive any attention. We are tired of seeing games made by other developers flesh out their franchise modes to increase realism and deepen the mode for their fans every year, while you continue to ignore us. We are tired of seeing minuscule changes touted as proof you actually care, when in reality the changes you make could have and should have easily been made long ago. We are tired of others in the gaming community mocking us for supporting a game and a company that has cast aside a large part of its player base in the pursuit of taking advantage of those who are either unable or unwilling to keep themselves from wasting hundreds and thousands of dollars on a game mode that in 10 months will be worthless and obsolete. We are not your enemy. We, unlike others, do not wish to see your games die. As fans of video games and sport, we want to see you prosper. We understand you are a business first, and therefore your primary objective is to make money. We understand that the franchise community is not where you make the most money. The Ultimate Team and Career modes are set up to encourage their communities to continuously spend money on the game throughout its life cycle, while the franchise mode is not currently monetized, nor should it be. We understand that this puts us at the bottom of the priority list for a company that employs thousands of talented artists, developers, directors, and others. We understand that our mode will not be completely revamped every time a new version of our game comes out. However, when almost 2 console generations have passed without a single brand new feature being added to our mode, we feel that the time is far past for us to come together and voice our displeasure with your treatment of our community. You recently published on your website the key updates to franchise mode for Madden 21. The first says that the updated X Factor abilities will be usable in franchise mode. I would certainly hope so, considering they are usable in all the other modes of the game. Because these new X Factors are an update to the game as a whole, it does not count as an update to franchise mode. Next, you say that you have changed the playoff format to match the new expanded NFL playoffs. This is good and expected, considering the whole point of this mode is to accurately simulate an NFL season, and that includes the playoffs. You have updated the rookie contract amounts. Yippee! You have retuned X Factor and Superstar abilities, and changed it so the second ability now unlocks at 85 overall, instead of 80 like in Madden 20. Again, because this affects the whole game, it does not count as an update to franchise mode. Also, this is something you could have changed in Madden 20 with a simple update patch, so excuse me if I am not excited about this change. The remaining 4 out of the 8 bullet points are basically bug fixes, mostly fixing bugs with the team schemes and playbooks not matching. So you mean to tell me that 50% of the improvements you have made in an entire year to this mode is just fixing the bugs that you refused to do anything about from the previous game? Out of the 8 bullet points for franchise mode, the only one that could not have been added to the mode last year is the expanded playoff, and that is only because it was just added to the league for this upcoming season. These are not updates, these are patch notes. Another year where you have basically added nothing to the franchise mode and proven to the community yet again that you do not care about us. Since you obviously do not understand what we want for this mode, mostly due to your unwillingness to listen when we tell you over and over and over again, allow me now to lay it out for you yet again, even though you will most likely ignore it. Create a team. The fans have been begging for this feature for years now. We want to be able to make custom jerseys, custom logos, custom names in any city we want. We want to build our own stadium. NBA 2K and MLB The Show both have these features. Coaching Carousel. NCAA Football 14, a game made by your company, is still one of the most popular video games in the world. The Dynasty mode in this game is seen as one of the best franchise modes in gaming ever. In part, this is due to the Coaching Carousel. You can start as a coordinator and eventually move up to a head coach, and every year you get new offers from teams wanting you to come coach for them. It's a highlight every offseason in that game. There's absolutely no reason for this not to be in Madden all these years later. A version of this has been recently added to the NHL franchise, so why do you continue to keep this long-requested franchise update from the game? Expanded sliders. Take a note from NBA 2K's playbook, since you like playbooks so much that you won't stop talking about them. 2K gives players advanced sliders for nearly every part of the franchise mode. From player progression, player tendencies, salary expectations to negotiation and trade difficulties and simulation settings, all of these give players countless hours of replayability as they can make every franchise they play different from the last one. In Madden, every single franchise mode is basically the same. Realistic staff positions. In older games, we were able to hire our coordinators and position coaches. Today, the only way to make staffing hires is to play as an owner, and there you can hire a head coach, scout, and trainer. That's it. And there's been a bug in the game for 3 years now where no matter how long of a contract you sign a staff member to, every offseason you have to re-sign your entire staff. If you're just going to do bug fixes for this year's updates, why not fix the ones that players actually care about? Nobody cares about the schemes not matching. Heck, most players don't even care about the schemes. They just run whatever they enjoy playing. Revamped trade mechanics. The trade logic in Madden has been broken for years. Players who should be easy to trade for are hard to trade for, and players who should be hard to trade for are easy to trade for. Why is it that the Colts are willing to trade Quentin Nelson, the best offensive lineman in the league, who is still on his rookie contract by the way, for a 76 overall wide receiver and a low second round pick? Why are the Broncos trading me Von Miller, one of the greatest edge rushers in the history of the league, with over 100 career sacks, a 96 overall player, for 373 overall nobodies? And why is there no trade finder system? MLB The Show and NBA 2K both allow you to select a player on your team and immediately see what trade offers the other teams in the league were willing to make for the player. In Madden, you can add a player to the trade block and wait until the next week to see what offers you get from other teams. But most of the time, these trade offers suck. I mean, look at these offers for Patrick Mahomes, arguably the best player in the league. I should be getting offered multiple first-round picks as well as players that can offer meaningful contributions to my team. Instead, I get a 6th-round pick and a 74 overall cornerback. The trade system needs to be completely rebuilt from the ground up. Finally, statistics. NBA 2K is the best example of keeping statistics for a franchise mode. In 2K, you can easily and quickly see the career statistics of any player. You can go to the player, click the right sticks, and you immediately see the career statistics of that player, as well as their career totals and the awards they've won, like All-Star appearances, MVP awards, past championships, and so on. 2K also keeps a record of award winners, past champions, former league leaders in certain statistics, and Hall of Fame members. Madden makes it far too hard to see a player's statistics. You have to select a player, wait for their player card to load, select stats and contracts, wait for that screen to load, and then you can see his stats, but not his career totals. These stats doesn't even have what team they played for each season. Why? Does that 3-letter abbreviation take up too much graphical data? You know, like those Pro Bowl helmets you guys worked on for 5 years? And there's no record of past champions, award winners, or league leaders. Also, you can only see the Hall of Fame selectees every year if you go into the social media section, which, by the way, EA is something nobody really cares about. These are just a few of the changes that the franchise community has requested for nearly a decade now. Every time we ask for these changes, you ignore us in favor of putting your resources into Ultimate Team. At this point, EA, I feel like we will never get a proper franchise mode from you. You've proven yourself unable and unwilling to fix a game mode that has been broken for years now. You have failed your franchise community and your players as a whole. You fail to see that if you actually put the effort into your game to make it worth buying every year, you would continue to see your sales go up, and players would be more willing to spend money on your microtransactions. However, when you continue to treat your players like idiots, passing off meaningless bug fixes as major updates, people lose all interest in supporting you. I hope that I'm wrong, and one day Madden and other EA sports games become what they used to be. I hope that your company will stop taking advantage of your customers, and I hope that you will actually earn your slogan, EA Sports, it's in the game. Because for far too long now, it hasn't been. Sincerely, the Madden NFL franchise community. I'm Brandon Satterwhite for Idej Gaming. Thank you for watching.